I know this young man been waiting a long time. He been here all day, and this here says a lot about his character because he ain't been over there fussing or saying nothing. He's a great young man. I got a lot of great things to say about it. He got so many accolades. I gotta read off all these here. Like he's a great young man, but he's someone that I admire and has heard such great things about, and it's been a pleasure to meet this young man. I'm gonna read off a few things that he's accomplished. He got a 3.9 GPA, former president for the National Beta Club and Student Council, former member of the CCHS Student PBIS Committee, honor grad of class of 2024, former first team all-region football player, special team, and he sings in the choir and he's a deacon. This guy, he's the star student of the year, and his name is CJ Jones. Y'all give it up for him. Straight up, man.
You go, Mr. Jones.
Appreciate you, man. Hey, you're a great young man. Like, for real, bro. I ain't just saying this. I heard a lot of great things about you, man. You can sit on the couch, bro. But yeah, I know your father, man. Shouts out to your parents for doing such a wonderful job with you. Like, for real, bro. Do you got anything you want to tell the people?
First thing, giving on to God, who's head of my life.
Amen.
I wanted to say that I seen my parents work very hard to get me and my sisters to the place where we at now. It took a lot of challenges, we went through a lot of stuff, but I just thank God because He allowed me to see some things and go through some things. And the stuff that we're going through now as a generation, and my generation, I just thank God that I'm able to keep a steady head, continue to do the right thing. Even though I do make mistakes and I do have my fun here and now, I just know where I'm gonna go and where I wanna go.
Okay.
And that's one of the things that I seen in my 4 years of high school, that a lot of them don't know where they're gonna go. A lot of them don't know where they wanna go. And a lot of it starts in the household. And I feel like parents should be able to ask questions like, well, what you wanna do with your life? What you want to do in the next 10 years? Because those are questions that we get asked and used to get asked. And I always remember my granddad asking me and my uncles, where you want to be at in 10 years? Mm-hmm. And when you think about it as a young kid, you don't know where you want to be in 10 years. But it's those questions and that engagement that I feel like parents and children should engage in to build a healthy relationship to be successful.
Yeah, I want to ask you this. We always, I'm going out to the high school and I see you all the time. I see you at different events, and you always had a very mature demeanor that I felt that you had. Do you think that this comes from, because I know your father, but do you think that comes from generally your parents or the leaders in the community, your basketball, your football coaches, your people in your church? I heard you mention your grandfather and your uncles. Do you think those people collectively help instill some of those values and maturity into you?
Starting early on, I had to take a big role in leadership for my sisters, Sometimes my dad had to step out for the job. Mama had to step out for a job or whatever. Mm-hmm. Y'all would tell me, like, when I'm gone, you the man of the house. Mm-hmm. So that put me in a mind frame of, well, okay, if I'm going to be a leader, I first got to lead by example, but I also got to lead myself into the right direction. That's right. And so after and getting much older in middle school and stuff, I started taking on the roles. Like in middle school, I started out in Beta Club and stuff. And then I seen in myself that, like, people look up to me. So, and I looked up to other people, so I had to put myself in a position of, well, am I doing the right thing? Is this the right thing? Is that the wrong thing? Is this the way things supposed to go? And so when I seen it in my household and even in the church, when I seen like the deacons carry themselves in a certain way, or I seen the pastor go out and do some things and carry himself, or and generally seen my father or my mama carrying themselves in a respectful manner. I had to take that in initiative, putting that on my life as well.
Okay.
So
I want to ask you something, man. I mean, interrupt you. As far as like, you got a couple of your peers in here. Do you got any advice that you could give? I mean, you're a brilliant young man, bro. Like, I really respect you. Like, I see what you're doing. I heard great things about you. But you got any advice that you want to give any of your peers that's in high school right now?
The one advice I give to my peers is that have a steady plan, but also have your fun. Because in high school, and social media is a big thing in our generation right now, phones. So we get influenced by a lot of things on social media. We get influenced by just our peers and itself, but just know what you want to do with your life. And while knowing what you want to do, work up to that goal. Set goals in your life. And also have fun. Because there's going to be times where you're going to have your fun. There's going to be times where it's going to take some seriousness. But the main thing is know what you want to do with your life. Know what the plan is. Know what God has in store for you. Because we all have a purpose. And you may not know what that purpose is right now because just of the fact that you're young. But just know that you can do anything and just trust it. Just trust it. So that's my advice.
All right. Well, I want to say I appreciate you for taking the time out for coming down and kicking it with us here at Global Local Podcast. I want to tell you to keep doing what you're doing, man. Your efforts and the things that you do in the community, they don't go unnoticed. The example that you're setting, it doesn't go unnoticed. And hopefully, we have other peers, other people that are coming up in further generations. They'll be able to look up to you and see you as an example. So just keep doing what you're doing, brother. Keep being a good example to the youth. Keep being a good example to your peers, and just keep striving for the stars.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank you, man. For real. Thanks for coming out. Take pictures. Take that.